Hi, this is Preetha and welcome to Dakshin Curry. We make a lot of togels using endless varieties of ingredients. Now at my place I have this creeper growing which we also call as Pirandai. I think in English it's called as wild grape or also called as the devil's backbone. And today I'll be showing you how to make a chutney or a togel using this unique ingredient. So the first thing for me is to introduce you to that ingredient. Let's do that. This is Pirandai and this is a creeper. It's from the grape family, so I'll be using that. I'll show you how to use it later on. So I'm using that. Apart from that, I'm using hing, curry leaves, teaspoon of urad dal, 2 to 3 dried red chillies, half a teaspoon of black sesame seeds. You can also use the white variety, but I like the black ones for its flavor. Tamarind around a tablespoon, jaggery 1 tablespoon, salt, mustard seeds and oil. Now first let's get to this ingredient. Now I don't know how many people know, but this is actually an Ayurvedic medicine. It's got a lot of good properties, so there's no reason why you should not use it. Now there are many things that I want to tell you about this ingredient. Firstly, it's very easy to grow. So if you have a piece of root like this and you're going to put it in mud, you're going to take care, this grows really fast and this is how it looks. Now as it ages, these stalks start to thicken. But the first thing is that whenever you're touching this, your hands tend to itch. So it's always advisable to either put your hands in some tamarind water or rub some oil. So I'm going to take some oil, not a lot, little bit, and now I'll show you how to process this ingredient. So firstly I'm going to just remove these roots, not required. Now just discard these leaves quickly. And what you need to do is you just need to break this. The minute you break it, you will see that these veins start coming off. You just do this and these veins start peeling off, just like you do it for drumstick. As it ages, you will see that the veins start to thicken. They become more rough. All of the Pirandai, what I'm going to do is I have a pan here. Keep this side and I'm going to put this on saute mode. And what we'll do is we are going to cook this. Like I told you, this has to saute well. So I'm going to add half a teaspoon of oil, just enough to cook this, and we'll add the Pirandai. Now ensure that it cooks completely, otherwise you'll get a really itchy feeling when you have it. Now we usually have it with ghee or with sesame seed oil and rice. We mix it and have it as a chutney. But if you want to just make this chutney and keep it, you can also use it as a spread for breads, for sandwiches. Now this ingredient is very good for people who have osteoporosis problems or asthma problems. It's supposed to help in restoring calcium, and you will find it's highly recommended in Siddha or Ayurvedic medicine. So let's saute this completely and then we'll keep it aside to cool, and then we'll saute the rest of our ingredients. And as you can see, this is softened. There's a glaze to it. I'm going to remove this off the pan and keep it aside to cool. Now the rest of the ingredients again don't need much of oil. Now the oil is going to be just a trickle. That again for the hing. Let me add my hing. If you want, you can also add hing water, or you can also use hing powder. In go the curry leaves, and I will add a teaspoon of urad dal and I'll mix this up. We don't want our dals to brown a lot, just pinkish brown color. When this is happening, what I'll do is I'll add the chilies. Now you can make it as spicy as you want. Some people even omit the jaggery, but we usually add a little bit of jaggery. You can see that the dal is also starting to brown. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of sesame seeds, and I will also add the tamarind. Now what I'm going to do is just mix this once. Now this heat is enough for the sesame seeds to cook. You can also wait till it splutters. And now what we'll do is we will switch off the flame. This is enough, guys. This much cooking is enough. Now some people also add coconut in this recipe. I have not added coconut, but if you want to add coconut, you can probably add 2 tablespoons of chopped coconut in this. Now what we are going to do is we will remove this also onto the same pan. Just put this aside. I am not mixing it up. There is a reason for that, and I'll tell you what it is. Just remove this all. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the jaggery here, and I'm going to add salt as required. Firstly, we need to cool down this mixture. Now why have I kept this separate is because I don't want a fine paste out of this chutney. I want some elements of dal to be shown. So what we are going to do is we are going to first grind this coarsely, and just towards the end I'll be adding the dal and then just giving it 1 or 2 grinds till it's all mixed up, and yet you can also see the dal. And at that time I'll be adding a little bit of jaggery and salt also. So let's allow this to cool down and then let's process it into a chutney. So as you can see, our togel is ready, not completely ready. The tadka is still yet to be made, but as you can see there are still specks of chili. I have not made it into a smooth paste. Let's finish this. I have a pan here and I am going to just increase the flame, add a bit of oil. What we'll do is we'll mix it up later. Now that the oil is hot, let me just add the mustard, allow it to crackle. We'll add some curry leaves. What I'm going to do is just roughly crush it and add that too. And once the mustard seeds crackle, we'll add our urad dal. Now urad dal is optional because we have already added it in the togel, but it still gives a nice flavor. So let's just mix this all together. As you can see, the dal is browning. I will switch off the flame now, and what I am going to do is I am going to add most of it now and mix it up, and we'll add the rest for the garnish. Really yummy and healthy Pirandai togel is ready, and you have to have it with rice and a little bit of ghee, guys. Otherwise, like I told you, have it as a spread on your sandwiches. It tastes really yummy. And what are you waiting for? Make this recipe and please comment on it. If there is any particular kind of recipe that you would like me to show, do let me know. Like, share and hit subscribe on India Food Network as you always do. And until next time, it's Preetha signing off. Bye.